Hi everyone, my name is Aisyah from IT College West. Today, let me share with you about the Chinese publishing industry in early Singapore. With the increasing number of schools being established in Singapore in the early 20th century, it led to the rise of the publishing industry. Now, do you know where Chinese textbooks came from? Early Chinese schools in Singapore used textbooks from China. Educational materials also inculcated the value of loyalty towards the motherland, which the Chinese community in Singapore at that time associated it to China. Now, you must be wondering, what were the changes as time evolved? With the increasing number of Chinese medium schools established, the British government grew increasingly concerned about the use of textbooks published in China and the effect they had on local Chinese students. Hence, the government began to exercise greater control over Chinese medium schools and the use of textbooks. To meet the demand of local authorities, publishers like the commercial press began producing their own Nanyang series of Chinese textbooks, which catered to the Southeast Asian market. Now, do you know that colonial Singapore was an important publishing hub in Southeast Asia? Christian missionaries from the West were amongst the first to establish printing presses in Singapore. These printing presses mainly published literature for Christian missions. Shall we find out what were the first few early Chinese newspapers in Singapore? Before the Japanese occupation in 1942, there was an estimation of 20 Chinese newspapers in Singapore. Some of them included Ten Nam Sin Pao, the Union Times, Zhongxing Nit Pao, and Singapore's earliest Chinese daily, Le Pao, which was first published in 1881. Do you know the importance of Chinese newspapers to the Chinese community? The Chinese newspapers serve as the main mode of communication for shared information and discussions of issues inside and outside of China, within the Chinese community. These papers also help to bring the Chinese community closer together and forge a common sense of identity and belonging amongst the Chinese in Singapore. However, many of these newspapers suffered low readership and incurred losses. This changed when commercial newspapers like Nanyang Siang Pao, established by Mr. Tan Kah Kee, and Sin Chu Chit Po, founded by Mr. Aw Boon Haw and Aw Boon Pa, appeared on the scene in 1920s. I hope this sharing has enabled all of you to learn more about the Chinese publishing industry in the past. Thank you!
大家好，我是李维颖，来自新加坡女子学校。在20世纪初，学校的数量与日俱增，这也带动了印刷业的发展。今天由我来为大家介绍新加坡早期的华文印刷业。你们知道当时的教科书是从哪里来的吗？其实，新加坡早期的华校使用的教科书是来自于中国。当时的教材灌输了对祖国忠诚的价值观，而祖国对当时新加坡的华社群体而言，指的是中国。那后来又有什么改变呢？随着有越来越多华文人流学校成立，英殖民政府开始关注中国教科书对本地华校学生的影响，并对此加强管制。为了迎合本地的需求，当时的书局如商务印书馆便开始提供南洋话的华文教科书。当时的印刷业除了印刷教科书，也印刷报刊。那你们是否知道，在英殖民时期，新加坡曾是东南亚出版的重镇？首批在新加坡创设义务局的是西方传教士，他们主要出版的是基督教传教材料。那你们知道早期华文报刊有哪一些呢？在1942年二战爆发前，本地前后约有20家华文报， 其中包括《天南星报》、《南洋总汇报》、《中新日报》，以及在1881年创办的第一份华日报《乐报》。那你们知道报纸对华师而言有什么重要的意义吗？报纸是当时华社在中国境内境外传达信息与讨论时事的主要沟通工具。报纸也有助于拉近华社群体之间的距离，并创造共同的身份认同和归属感。然而，20世纪初的华文报创办人主要是财力有限的中产阶层商人，加上当时的读者不多，以致许多报纸收支不能平衡。商业报章如陈嘉庚先生所创办的《南洋商报》和胡文豹兄弟所创办的《新洲日报》，在1920年代的出现，则改变了这样的局面。通过这次的分享，希望大家对早期本地的印刷业有了更深入的了解。想知道更多的话，欢迎大家前来晚清园参观。谢谢。